Well, talking about the opposite of that, something that is so amazing and beautiful, and I think I've talked about this before. Cars 2. I rewatched it yesterday, and I love Cars 2, and it is my favorite Cars movie.
I think I've seen Cars 2.
Cars 2 is the best Cars, because not only does it have racing, but it has racing from all around the world. It has a fun villain. Well, it has a fun secondary villain, which is Francesco Bernoulli, the F1 car. There we go. Get the voice all warmed up. You know, you gotta get the perfect note. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I filled this whole thing with Coca-Cola.
I always want, my when I become rich, right? Or if we become rich, and or I purchase a house, I want to put a water, or you. Well, I want to do it, so it wouldn't really matter. If you become rich and I will live with you, I want to put in like a water fountain, like the one where you put your cup under and it fills it up, like at school or work. I want to do that, but with soda. Or buy the like when you go to like a McDonald's.
So you want a soda dispenser?
Yes. Or like when you go to like the McDonald's and they have the big.
It to be flat.
Well, no, it'll be carbonated inside.
That's just what a soda dispenser is.
Yes, I want that, where I can put my cup under, it fills it up with the sensor, right? So I don't have to press the button. I just do like that, and it fills itself.
Dude. Those sensors don't work anyways.
They work not bad sometimes.
I mean, they work when you put your bottle under, but they always overfill mine, or they stop too early.
Well, it's got to be clear. Are you using a clear bottle?
I mean, not necessarily. Normally, I'm using like a Nalgene.
See,
which is like semi-clear.
Yeah,
but it's.
I think. Yeah, okay. I don't
know. I don't think I need to accommodate the dispenser. I think the dispenser should just work for me, Kevin.
We should do that. Okay. We'll modify it, right? So you place it in. It's got a pressure plate on the bottom, okay, to measure the weight, and then it also takes a 3D scan of your bottle.
And then I was going to ask, how does it know how much weight should be on it?
So it takes a 3D scan. It calculates the volume, and so then it just pours out the perfect weight of liquid. And
okay, all right. Well, how can it tell how thick the walls of the water bottle are in order to get the accurate volume?
It will send. So it'll have a probe.
Send a probe down in first.
It'll shoot radar and take a radar scanning of the volume of the inside, and then it will.
So then it doesn't need to scan the outside. It could just scan the inside.
Or when it scans the outside and stuff, it'll scan a little bit of the rim to get the thickness of your bottle.
I don't think. I think it has to scan the inside because the thickness could vary.
I guess you're right.
No.
Okay, so weight sensor.
Like, this little rim right here. This thickness is not the same as this thickness.
Yes, but when you put it on the weight sensor, right, it has the weight. It'll scan the outside, and from there it can calculate the density of it and the size because it will have the weight, right? It will know it's 1 foot tall and 6 inches radius, okay, and it'll be 3 pounds. I don't know, and so from there it will calculate.
Well,
the thickness.
That different materials have different densities. So if it's plastic, it's going to be lighter. If it's aluminum, it's going to be heavier.
How about this?
It can't tell. Can it tell the difference between materials?
You get one special cup that you place on, and it fills it the exact same every time. You get 1 cup.
No, I don't like that. I don't want to put my own water bottle on there.
Well, then you could just calibrate it to your water bottle. Like we each have our own water bottle, and it's already pre-calibrated to that.
Okay. Well, I mean, then what happens if I want to use multiple different water bottles?
Got to calibrate them. I don't know. Or do
I like your scanning the inside of the bottle.
Yeah.
Approach. I like the probe down into the bottle approach.
I think I could build that. Soon. So but that's the idea. I want to be able to
get right on that after the lawnmower video.
Yeah. And so but I want either that, or you just get like the McDonald's where they have that big touchscreen one with all the different flavors, and you just touch it and it dispenses that. That wouldn't be bad either.
Those are nice. They let you combine. Well, they let you like put flavoring combined in with a regular soda. Yeah,
but or do because the thing is, I would want one in like almost every room in my house. I want to be able. I don't want there to be anywhere where I don't have soda.
Of course,
you could do. I guess in every
that's the American way.
In every different one, depending on the room, it'll have a different flavor, right? So you're in the library and you want something sophisticated, so you get root beer. You're in.
Really?
You're in the bedroom.
Oh, I didn't know root beer was sophisticated.
Yeah.
Wow. It's one of my favorite sodas. I guess I'm pretty sophisticated.
You go in the gaming room, you get Mountain Dew. You go in the bedroom,
of course,
you want something sensual. You get strawberry Fanta.
Yeah.
So just depending which room you're in.
Get you in the mood.
To get you in the mood.
Strawberry Fanta.
You get strawberry Fanta. And maybe
some people like wine. Me, I like strawberry Fanta before sex.
When my women come over, I like to drink strawberry Fanta.
Yeah.
I go on a first date. Everything's going good. I'm feeling a little frisky. I'm like, waiter.
Since you're such a nice guy, you give them any flavor of Fanta they want.
Mr. Dr. Fanta here. I like to indulge my women in Fanta, but because when a girl comes over and she's like, strawberry Fanta, that just really doesn't do it for me. Like, oh, okay, how about get out of my house?
Oh, okay. All right, that's one of the tests.
How about get out? Yeah, so she shows up. We do the phone test, right? How do you take your photo? Okay.
Yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
The second test is. I forgot. I can't remember if I made a second one. But yeah, so it's take the photo. Do you like strawberry Fanta before the eventual evening? Of course. And
the dating of Kevin Bone qualification process is getting really stringent.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Do you have a valid driver's license? What does your genetic tree look like? What are your genomes? So, because
yeah, you gotta make sure they've got the right blood type.
Yeah, are you good? Are you good with being in a harem? Okay. So, because I'm looking not only at the present, I'm looking at the future too. So, I want to make sure my child has the best chance of success. What is their education? What is their parents' education? I'm like an adoption agency. I look at everything. Is there any disease? Any, anything?
Yeah. You gotta get that ancestral history.
Yeah, it's about a 6 months process. Holy crap! It's about a 6 month process to screen, my women.
Yeah.
So it's easier to get in the stormtrooper army than it is.
Have you considered allowing men to apply for the process? That might make for a wider field of applicants.
Yeah. The only problem with that one, though, well, I take that back. If I get a test tube, right, and I grow a test tube baby, maybe 2 men would be the best. You make,
Yeah.
I will make John 117, aka Master Chief, right?
They'll
So
make the perfect human.
basically, like I'll get Shaq's DNA, my DNA, and maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger's DNA, put it all together and make the perfect man.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's no ethical issues with that at all.
Nope.
Nope.
not at all.
Sounds
Honestly,
great.
I don't get why we don't clone people. You know, because I think we talked about this before, but I think we just need to make the clone army. They don't have rights. Just clone them and put them out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we just throw ethics in the garbage, then we could do that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's just get rid of ethics.
I don't know why.
We can have a clone army.
Yeah, like I don't see what's so wrong with it. You know.
I mean, they might be pretty obsolete in within the next couple decades when we just get robots that are better for fighting war.
I mean, the Clone Wars, the clones did kind of win against the droids.
Okay. Yeah, and Star Wars is like very scientifically accurate.
It's a autobiography of Anakin Skywalker's life.
See, Star Wars happened a long, long time ago, Kevin.
Yeah.
We've advanced a lot since then.
In a galaxy far, far away. I don't think so. Because do we have the Death Star? Do we have giant spaceships?
The Death Star had a major design flaw, Kevin.
What about Death
You
Star
cannot be
2?
building a Death Star like that.
Or Star Killer Planet?
They all had major design flaws. They all exploded shortly after being constructed.
So you're saying we as a human race have not designed something amazing and then it immediately got destroyed?
No, that's never happened. Never,
Okay. But we don't have any Star
Titanic
Destroyers.
wasn't real, Kevin. Titanic is just a fake story made up. Right?
Big boat, go boom. That didn't happen, But
The Challenger, that wasn't real either.
Nope. We had Apollo 12, Apollo 14, never Apollo 13.
Nope. No. We skipped right over it, just because we
bad number.
13's unlucky.
Yep. But yeah, so I don't even remember what we were talking about now, but soda machines in our house. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. We were talking about the Kevin dating.
Oh,
process.
that is true. Yep. So dating, So like we go on the first date. If we like each other, I'm like, all right, here's 40 pages of paperwork.
This is after the 6-month screening process.
No. So the way it works, okay, is we meet. Okay, we go on a date. Okay. After that, I will send her the paperwork. Okay. She will fill out all the paperwork and take all the samples and send in all the DNA. Okay. Then the 6-month screening process goes. If it's good, then we'll go on date number 2. And during that 6-month process, we will not talk at all.
Of course. Just like in a good relationship.
Because why grow a cow and name it if you'll be too attached to kill it later on? So that's the way I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So because
getting too emotionally attached.
Yeah, I don't want to get too attached to this girl if I know her genetics are bad. So basically, 6-month training process goes by. If it's good, then we'll start talking again and we'll go on the second date. If it is bad, I will be like, hey, you're not compatible. You're gone. So
sorry, bub.
Ka-chow. So yeah. It's just life is tough, and survival of the fittest is the only way to go.
And you have to get a restraining order to make sure that she,
Yep.
stays away from you.
Yep. Because when you're such a perfect man like I
Exactly. Yeah. Like
am, women cannot.
she won't
resist.
be able. She'll have a hard time resisting.
I can change my DNA. I can be modified.
You'll have to get some. You have to make sure security keeps her.
My clone troopers
out of the house.
Yeah, my clone troopers will protect me.
Mm-hmm.
If I make clones and I treat them good, is that still unethical? I don't know.
Wow, what a philosophically deep question you got there, Kevin.
Call me Confucius, because I be philosophy. But talking about philosophy and ideas that boggle the mind. There's this guy that I watch, and he's blind, and he surfs, which is cool.
Yeah.
What I don't
cool.
understand, how does he poop and wipe himself clean?
What?
So,
What does this have to do with a blind surfer?
Well, he's blind, okay?
Okay.
Right? Which means he can't see, okay?
Great, yes, that is what that means.
Okay. You poop, okay? And you wipe your butt, okay?
Yes.
How do you know when your butt is clean?
Yeah, you do look at the toilet paper to see how much shit is on there.
Yes, but if you're blind, how do you look if the toilet paper is clean?
I don't know. You get at the bidet. I don't know. You just wipe a few times and hope for the best.
Like, it just...
You just gotta, have more feeling in your butt. You gotta be more in tune with your asshole, Kevin.
I just thought of something amazing while you were talking. We should build. It'll be a little sensor that goes...
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you ask this blind surfer about that?
I don't know if he would read...
I
don't know if he would...
You might not appreciate that comment.
I wonder if he's been asked it before. Because that's the only thing I can think about. How does he know when his butt is clean? But you just build a little sensor right next to the toilet rack holder, right? And then when you wipe, you place it under the sensor. If it's any shade darker than the white of the toilet paper, it'll go, beep, dirty butthole. Okay? And then you just keep wiping. I think that's the way to go.
Wow. Man, you're coming up with such great technological solutions today.
You could actually build that with the Lego Technic. So the Lego...
You make it with Lego Mindstorms.
Yeah, you literally could. Because the Lego Mindstorms, they have a sensor to detect colors. So you just set up the Lego Mindstorm, have the sensor facing down, and detect colors other than the white. And then it'll beep. Oh, man, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I need to patent that. Nobody steal my idea. That's my idea. I will build that. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Well, my idea. The blind pooping, less cool.
What the fuck, man?
Also, like, if you're in a...
I don't think most people who are blind choose to be blind.
Well, no. But blind pooping just doesn't seem fun.
Well, sure. Yeah. Thought you were calling blind people uncool for having to wipe their ass.
No, that's cool. Just the blind part of not being able to see when you're finished. That's kind of sucks. The other thing too is like,
I think being blind and still being a surfer is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty amazing actually. But if you're in a public restroom, you're pooping, and you feel that you're out of toilet paper. But you might know that there's toilet paper somewhere else hidden, and you just got to feel for it. That's got to suck too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, being blind is not the most convenient thing ever.
Nope. I do want to try for one day, like put glasses on that are like just like solid and see what it'd be like to be blind for a day.
Goggles. You probably need goggles. So you
Yeah.
don't have any light coming in from the sides.
Yeah. But I definitely don't want to do the light deprivation crap though. That seems weird. You ever see that? So it's like a house where all the windows are blocked. Like there's no windows. It's all pitch black in there, and you just hang out there for like 5 days.
Wow. Yeah. That does not sound like fun.
Nope. Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if he transferred yet to the Jets. It's been a little bit. I have no clue. If Aaron Rodgers is still for the Green Bay Packers, cool, good for him.
Football guy.
He did that. He did the light deprivation thing. Very interesting.
Was that like for rehab or something?
No, that was to decide if he should join the Jets or stay with the Patriots.
Wow.
Yes, very interesting. And
how does that help you make that decision? Is it supposed to be put you in a Zen state or something?
well, because it allows you to think and recontemplate life. I have no clue. Because you have, well, I mean, yeah, you can have like music and stuff. I think I'm not 100% sure, but you just don't see. You just do normal stuff. You just don't see. Imagine trying to build a puzzle like that. Maybe,
Well, I would imagine that's not what Aaron Rodgers did.
I don't know. I'm gonna blindfold myself and build a puzzle. That'll be my challenge. But
Yeah, that sounds possible, but really difficult.
I'll choose a small puzzle to begin with. I'll do the United States puzzle,
Start off with a 10-piece.
Yeah.
10-piece.
and I'll go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you? What have you been up to, Mr. Sam?
I left my job.
Nice.
To what?
To follow YouTube as a full-time job.
Yeah. I'm gonna become the world's biggest YouTube Shorts creator.
Nice. That's what we like.
Gonna get my streaming career going.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
be streaming exclusively. I'm gonna be streaming
On Live Leak.
yes, on Live Leak. But exclusively streaming online backgammon.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna become the world's biggest backgammon streamer.
Nice. I actually been thinking about streaming some shogi. So
Yeah, I might put get some Go in there
okay.
if like I get up to 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
As a treat.
Yeah, I wanna start with shogi and then maybe move over to dominoes.
Okay.
And try that. Because I like to cater more to the older audiences. Especially. Yeah, the older audiences. Yeah, play some dominoes, play some shogi.
I feel like you're right. That's really an untapped audience base.
Because all the old people, they're now joining the internet too. They're finally learning technology, and so
my grandpa, he's like 89.
Yeah.
He uses the internet.
Yeah, he wants old men that own computers and don't have to go to the library to watch porn. They like stimulation of the mind, and so they want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want to hop on and watch some shogi, watch some dominoes,
some high level shogi.
Yeah,
action.
Their ancestors may have been samurai. Good for them. They love shogi. But.
So yeah, I got that going.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
me.
Nice.
Some
Backgammon. Yeah.
sold my TV and TV stand yesterday,
Oh yeah.
so finally got that out of here. Gotta sell lots of more of my stuff, as I was telling you before.
Yeah. Offline.
Before we recorded.
Yeah.
Got a got an electric drum set for sale. Got a gaming PC for sale. I got those are kind of the main things right now. If you want one of those and you live in the Denver area, let me know.
Leave it in the comment section.
Yeah, I would be happy to give you a viewer discount.
There you go.
Got to
use promo code Sam's Club and for 10% off your purchase of Sam's items.
Played a bit more of the finals.
Oh yeah,
there's another closed beta.
Yeah,
going on. Still fun.
Yeah.
They switched one of the modes to be like 3 teams. And now the only way you get points is by finishing a cash out. I don't really think that's how it should be, but they're experimenting with different stuff. I like when different stuff, like wiping a team, gets rid of some of their points, or like picking up a vault gives you points, or starting the cash out gives you points. I think that's a better system, and that's how it still works in the tournament mode.
Yeah.
But in the quick cash mode they got, just getting a cash out is what gives you points.
So not like initializing or during it, you don't get any points. It's right when you finish, that's when you get the points.
Yeah, that's the only way to get the points. You get $10,000.
Nice.
There's only 3 teams in that mode now, which makes things 4. A bit less. Normally there's 4.
Yeah.
And there's only one objective at any given point. There's 1 vault and there's 1 cash out station.
Yeah.
So it's a bit less chaotic. Usually it's a bit more consistent in the level of stuff happening.
Yeah.
So all 3 teams are going for the same objective. So you're always going to have 3 teams fighting, whereas with the 4 teams and the 2 objectives, you might end up just going to a vault and a cash out station and not fighting anyone. And it turns out the other 3 teams went to fight the other one.
Yeah, it slows down the pace just a little bit.
Or, you could have nobody fighting you. You could have 3 other teams fighting you.
Yeah.
They also added a bunch of like jump pads onto they hadn't them before, but they added a whole bunch more to the Soul map.
Yeah.
Which helps a lot. I think they heard the requests from people asking for the mobility of the game to be a little more consistent.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps. I like that.
Yeah.
They added a few new weapons. I don't know if I've played with any of them yet, but man, there sure is a nice big giant variety now with like 3 more weapons.
So how do the weapons work? Do you, like, before the game you build your loadout, kind of like Call of Duty, and then you go in, or is it like there's weapons scattered around and you start with something and then you can?
There are no weapons on the map.
No.
I don't think you can pick up weapons from dead people even. You just have your loadout, but you also have a reserve, which is like each slot in your loadout has a reserve slot, like your primary weapon or your grenade or your ability. Those each have a reserve, so you can swap out between the 2. I think it's when you die.
Yeah.
You can swap it out in the quick cash mode. If it's the tournament mode, you can only swap it out between games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to win the first round, and then you can swap weapons, I believe.
Interesting. Is there
Yeah.
a gun game mode?
No. Right now, there's just the quick cash mode. There's the tournament mode, and then there is the ranked tournament mode.
Interesting.
But definitely seems like they're experimenting. Definitely seems like they'll have a wider variety of modes when the game comes out, or after the game comes out, moving forward.
That's good.
So yeah, the
Nice.
finals is still fun.
Yeah.
What else?
I got something. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you keep going. I thought we could take turns with our ideas, because normally it's one person all, second person all. But maybe we'll take turns, Try something new. But what do you got? You were already starting your...
I don't know if we watched Nick... Oh, no, we did watch a Nick Cage movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ghost Rider 2.
Did I talk about Prisoners of the Ghostland, I believe it's called?
Is that the one that's like Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Oh.
I believe... What is the name?
I don't know. Because I don't think I've seen it.
That is the name, yeah.
You're
Prisoners of the Ghostland.
All right.
Nicolas Cage movie. I believe it was produced in Japan.
Okay.
Or by a Japanese director. It was directed by Sion Sono. Japanese filmmaker, author, and poet.
Nice.
This movie is bad.
When did it come out?
It came out in 2021.
Oh, nice. We love that.
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
We love that?
We love that.
Yeah. So, man, just live action Japanese productions, man. They're not good, I guess, because this movie just
bad.
Didn't understand what it wanted to be. It was just all fucking over the place. They had like a smattering of American voice actors in there, or voice actors, just actors, along in there with Nicolas Cage. Then they also had a bunch of Japanese actors. They were speaking English sometimes. They were speaking Japanese sometimes. It didn't really make sense why they would speak one language over the other sometimes. I think probably the Japanese actors were the only ones speaking English. I don't think the American actors were ever speaking Japanese or anything.
Does it take place in Japan?
I don't think it's like canonically it's the Ghost Land. It's not in Japan. It's not a real place. It's just it's its own place.
Interesting.
It's its own fictional land.
Okay.
So it seems like there's always like crowds of people in every shot of this movie. Like it starts out and
oh my God.
Nicolas Cage and a buddy of his are robbing a bank.
Oh, okay.
And the bank is full of colorful people. Like they're wearing very colorful clothes. Like one is wearing all green and one's wearing all orange or all red or something. And the room is white. And it's like very artsy in this shot. But like that's the only one that it's like that. Okay. But then also the movie there's also a kid in this bank for some reason, and he's getting some gumballs from a gumball machine.
As children do at banks.
Yeah, and that apparently has something to do with this bank robbery. And then the movie will keep flashing back to this bank robbery inexplicably. But I guess this is something that happened in the past.
Okay.
And now Nicolas Cage is a prisoner of the ghost land because he failed at robbing a bank.
Did he murder the child?
Did he remember the child?
Murder.
I think.
Did he
no.
murder?
I think the child shows up later in the ghost land or something.
Does he spend?
But anyway, I think he ends up being a prisoner. But then his master wants somebody to go collect his wife, to go get his wife back because something happened to his wife.
Okay.
And Nicolas Cage is apparently the guy for the job.
Of course he is.
So naturally, when you have a prisoner go do something for you, you give them a leather suit covered in explosive charges, so that they won't escape.
Yeah.
This leather suit has 2 explosive charges down on his crotch for each of his testicles.
Okay. Now I'm liking it. Okay.
It's got 1 on each ankle. And then it's got 1 on each wrist and 2 on his neck, I think. And this leather suit can detect when Nicolas Cage is threatening to hit a woman.
Oh.
It'll start all beeping and warn him that he better not do that, or that leather charge will explode.
So, okay, so he beats women in a leather suit.
No, he can't. The suit knows when he wants to beat a woman, and it'll stop him from doing that, or it'll explode.
So he likes to beat women, but will not beat women anymore.
I don't know if there's any reason for the master to think. He looks like Colonel Sanders. For Colonel Sanders to think that Nick Cage would beat a woman, but he's gonna make sure.
Okay.
So Nicolas Cage then he sets out on his journey to go find the master's wife, and the master gives him a Toyota Supra. I believe what it was, a black Toyota Supra, probably 90s model, probably a 1995 Toyota Supra if they made them in that year.
Is it the Mark IV?
The Mark IV am I on track here? Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Now the new Toyota Supra, I think it would be technically Mark V, but the Mark IV is like the 1993, 1995-ish.
Let's see here. 1995 Toyota Supra.
Is that the Mark IV?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it wasn't a Toyota Supra. I don't know.
Oh, but so
it was a Toyota something.
Okay.
Anyways, Nicolas Cage decides he doesn't want the Toyota Supra.
Okay.
So he gets on a bicycle. And he starts biking away.
As you do. Okay.
Off to the clock tower land, which he's apparently going to.
Oh.
And then, but as he's biking away, one of the master's people gets in the Toyota Supra and drives out and races up behind Nicolas Cage and then swerves in front of him and says something like, "Hey, you have to drive this Toyota Supra." And then Nick Cage is like, "Oh, okay, fine, I'll drive the stupid Toyota." And then he takes that and he goes to this land of where all these people are pulling on a giant clock to keep time from moving.
Ah. Because that's how it works.
Yeah. So he goes over there. He maybe stops somewhere in the meantime, but yeah, he starts looking at a bunch of women who are inside of mannequins, and then one makes him angry. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you!" But then his suit starts beeping, and he's like, "Oh no, I can't hit you."
Can he throw stuff at him?
I don't know. I never tried throwing stuff at women.
Okay. That's the way I do it, you know. I don't like to hit women. I just throw things at them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know, because, if it's not you directly doing something, it doesn't count. But yeah, so...
I think he gets in a fight with some people.
Okay.
Yeah, so then... he has some kind of fucking zombies show up,
Okay.
and surround him and start, presumably eating him. But then the movie cuts away to a couple different characters doing a thing, and it cuts back, and then Nicolas Cage and Genevieve, the master's wife or whatever her name is, they're okay.
Okay.
They got away, I guess.
Nice.
Or something. But I think before that, like, one of the charges on the suit explodes. Anyways, yeah, one of the testicle charges ends up exploding. Nicolas Cage picks up a bloody testicle that he lost. So that was...
Fun.
Yeah. What
Hot.
the fuck? I think one of the charges on his wrist explodes at some point. And I don't know. Eventually, he ends up like freeing everyone from. He like stops the clock from moving, and everyone in Clock Tower Land doesn't have to pull on the clock anymore, and they're all free and happy. And then I think one of the master's right hand man ends up killing the master. So now all the prisoners of Ghostland are free.
Nice.
And Nicolas Cage is freed, and everyone lives happily ever after.
It's like Coco when the boy goes to the dead world. I don't know. I never watched Coco. Nice. So it was overall a good movie then, right?
Well, if you like seeing people's testicles get exploded,
love it. I love
this
ball
might
busting.
be the movie for you.
Okay. I mean, I like a good ball busting, I guess. So I think that's the next step of it.
If you like weird merges of American Western, like Wild West theme and Japanese culture, this also might be for you.
Okay.
So there, yeah.
Nice. All right.
It sucks. It is. It is probably the worst one I've seen so far. The worst Nick Cage movie I've seen.
Nice. Okay.
It is dog shit.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, talking about the opposite of that, something that is so amazing and beautiful, and I think I've talked about this before. Cars 2. I rewatched it yesterday, and I love Cars 2, and it is my favorite Cars movie.
I think I've seen Cars 2.
Cars 2 is the best Cars. Because not only does it have racing, but it has racing from all around the world. It has a fun villain. Well, it has a fun secondary villain, which is Francesco Bernoulli, the F1 car. And then the real villain, Axel Rod, I think? Who's destroying oil or something. I don't really remember what he did. And then, you got Tomater. And they go across the world. And he's a spy now. And doing spy stuff with spies. And
Mater becomes a racer in this one, right?
not really. No.
No? Oh.
Becomes a spy.
Oh, okay.
So, the way it works, right, is Francesco Bernoulli. He took the big game, okay? And then Tomater starts to smack talk him. So, yeah, let's create a race. Boom. Race. Big race happening. So, Lightning McQueen, Lewis Hamilton, guy whose name I don't remember, other characters of different nationalities.
Wait, Lewis Hamilton, the F1 driver, is in this movie?
Yes.
What?
So, yeah. He does one of the voices.
Oh.
And
okay, I thought you were about to tell me there was a human in a Cars movie.
No. Lewis Hamilton does one of the voices of, I don't know what kind of car he is. But yeah, so he's in it. That's cool. But yeah, so they go do this big race. Tomater gets a spy, puts some information on him, and then so the spies find him. They think he's a spy, but he's not. And the whole movie is him trying to tell them that. And then they do spy stuff. They kill a lot of people. It is very interesting how much death happens in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly. So, the one...
They openly, just kill characters?
Pretty much. So, within the first...
On screen?
Yes, first 10 minutes, there's an American spy who has the information, who gives it to Tomater. And we see him blow up in flames and die. That's cool.
Wow. This movie is rated... What is this movie rated? PG?
Probably. It is a Cars movie. And then they talk about killing Lightning McQueen. They cause a big accident that probably kills somebody. Pretty sure they kill somebody else too. Oh, Finn McMissile kills 5 henchmen. And we just gloss over that part. 3 of them get crushed by an elevator. A couple of them get blown up by missiles. Yeah, so... Oh!
This is a kid's movie.
Yeah, dude. So...
What the fuck?
Finn McMissile is following the doctor car, and they're getting pulled in by this boat that's magnetic. It's got the magnetic thing on it. Throws bombs on the magnet. The biggest bomb I've ever seen blows up, so we know for sure that dude is dead. So that is cool. But yeah, so lots of death, lots of interesting, fun stuff. Overall, best Cars movie, probably best Pixar movie ever made. Yeah,
because of all the death and killing.
Yeah, basically. So Star Wars can't.
I love
do
that
it,
in my Pixar movies.
Yep. It's like Toy Story. If Woody murdered Sid.
Sid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The kid who tortures all the toys.
Yeah, man. That would have been satisfying, actually. Yeah. I would have liked to see that.
Hey, Sid.
Sid's a real piece of shit.
Yeah. But yes, The Cars 3, beautiful movie. I watched it yesterday. Talking about beautiful things, though. I've started playing Plants vs. Zombies. The original.
Great game.
Yep. I've been playing that for the past 2 days. Been playing it a lot, actually. And I think I played it long ago. I don't really remember it. But yeah, apparently there's Plants vs. Zombies 2 now. And
I first played it back in 2011 when I first got Steam on my laptop.
Yeah. But beautiful game. Loved it.
One of the first games I bought on Steam.
Yeah. But something that I don't like. I'm very passionate about this because I'm bringing it up often.
We're just moving right along, huh?
Yeah, I didn't really know what to say about Plants vs Zombies. It's a fun game. I've been moving along. I like.
What's your general strategy
Oh, I'm actually.
in Plants vs Zombies? Because
Yeah.
I think I was definitely like a walnuts at the front
Mm-hmm.
kind of guy with the Venus flytraps, whatever they're
Yeah.
called, right behind the walnuts, because I think the flytraps could hit zombies from on the other side, right?
I don't know. I haven't used those too much.
I
I'm
think I had
not.
the flytraps at the front, and then then I would have like some pea shooters,
Yeah.
and like progressively upgraded the further back, so that less risk of my highly upgraded pea shooters. And then you have the sunflowers somewhere in the back. And I think there was also like another power up
Mm-hmm.
plant that I had in the back behind the sunflowers.
Yeah. So I don't have a whole lot of the characters unlocked at the moment, but so the way I do it is I'll do depending if it's a daytime map or if it's a nighttime map. Okay. Because that'll change how many sunflowers I have. So we'll go off dark time because that's where I'm at right now. I'll do the back 2 rows are sunflower, or just one.
There's a plant that gives you more energy in the nighttime if you aside from the sunflower, right?
There's another one that I unlocked that's a little fungus, but it produces maybe I think it produces slower because it does like mini suns and I don't know. I haven't used that one yet though. But yeah, so I'll do like 2 rows of sunflowers, and I'll begin with the fungi, the spore shooters, because they're 0 cost, and the only thing is they shoot a little shorter, but they do still good damage. So I'll start with those, get all my sunflowers all set up, so I'm making lots of money. And then I'll do 3 rows. So I'll do, in the back row, I'll start setting up my frost shooters.
The frost pea shooters, yeah.
The second row will usually be the double shooters. Because I'll start with, the mini fungi. And then I'll probably put the normal shooters. But I have thought about just get rid of the normal shooters and go straight to the doubles. But they do cost more. So that's the other thing. But the way I've been doing it is I'll start with the normal shooters at the front. Then I'll do like double shooters, frost. In front of them, I'll do the potato guys. And that'll be my lineup.
You can just upgrade your single shooters from 2 double shooters, right?
I don't think so. I think you have to get rid of them.
You just have to get rid of them.
Yeah, you have to replace.
It's been a long time since I played.
Yeah. But that's the way I do it. So yeah, I'll do sunflowers, frost, double. Maybe if it's a longer one, I'll remove the singles and make those doubles later in the game, and then I'll do the.
So you don't use the walnuts at all. You just count on the frost in order to slow the zombies down.
No, I do. I'll put the walnuts in front of all of it, and then in front of that, I'll usually put the little landmines.
Yeah. I remember having like some kind of trap that was doing damage to the zombies as they're eating the walnuts.
Yeah, or I'll do like the fungi and stuff, and then before the walnuts, I'll do just the bombs to start with, and then I'll switch over to the walnuts, depending. If there's the tombstones, I'll put a bomb right in front of those. So when they spawn, they'll all just get blown up. But yeah, those are my
sounds like a solid strategy.
Yeah, my pro strat. But yeah, so something that sucks now and that I love is TFT. TFT got an update, and I don't really like it. Right, so the way they have it now
was this like a new season refresh?
Yeah, pretty much. I think,
or like one of the mid-season things.
No, this is a whole new
set.
Yeah. So now you have champions, basically, and each champion will give you a different thing, like attribute during the game.
What do you mean? You always had champions. Champions are all of your characters.
Okay, I mean,
Champions are a special thing. They're like
yes. So now
they're an upgraded character.
So now before you start the whole game, okay, you choose a character. All right.
Okay.
And each character has a different ability. Like some, the more wins you get, the more gold you get. Some, your shop will have more stuff that you need.
So like, these aren't the champions that you put on the board.
No.
This isn't like a Zack or Zed or Garen or Chen.
They are those characters, but you don't actually use them in the game. Well, some you can have in the game, but these are just characters they pick beforehand, and they just give you different attributes. Okay. So some like Lee Sin gives you a free reroll every turn.
So you end up with an overarching passive kind of for your whole game.
It's like a perk.
Yeah.
Call of Duty perk. Okay. So and then you get into the game.
Can you change it midway through the game?
Nope.
Okay. So you're committed. You're locked in with it.
You choose it at the beginning. When you're sitting in your lobby, you choose your person. And
That's the first thing you choose.
Yeah. And then you start the game. You get in the game. There's the circle. And then there's 3 circles. One of them is the void, which is like a random one. And then there's different ones. So one will be like every round you get 1 complete item for that round and it'll refresh. The other one is like you'll get 1 free champion for your team comp every round. Or one, like, it always changes up. But then there's always one that's just random, basically. And then I think it's majority vote is what the game you play.
You have each of these circles progressively as you go through the match, right?
At the beginning of the game, you choose one, and then I think majority vote is for the whole game. And then the whole game is like that.
So you vote on which circle
that
you want to play.
So everybody will stand on a circle, then the game will start, and then you have that trait, basically.
And then you pick your champion or your items or whatever.
And then from there, it's a normal game of League. But they did change it, so... yeah.
Team Fight Tactics! Yeah. Not of League of Legends. Team Fight Tactics.
Yeah. So,
these are different games.
It's the same
League of Legends is not Team Fight Tactics.
It's got all the same characters, though.
For fuck's sake.
So
they are different games, okay?
League of Legends.
Legends of Runeterra has all the same characters, too. But it is also a different game.
It's on the same starter menu. So, it's like ARAM. Anyway, so...
and it shouldn't be.
So, basically... the way it now kind of sucks is, well, everything has longer names now, which sucks, and I don't understand what the names are. But now instead, so normally when you click on a character,
everything like the items and the champions.
No, items are the same, champions are the same. It's their attributes. So it used to be like assassin and stuff. That was long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's like rogue and whatever crap. Yeah. But so your team builder stats. But now, so it used to be when you click on your champion, it would pop up over the champion what their stats are, what they are, who they are, and, social security number. Now, when you click on the champion, it pops up on the right side of the screen, and it's in a different format, and it's confusing, and I don't like that. They give you more information now, information that I find kind of useless. Like now it'll tell you front row. I know it's front row. It's got a range of 1.
Like you should put the champion on the front row?
Yes. It'll be like front row, range 1. Of course he's front row, you idiot. Or it'll be like back row, range of 4. Yes. He's got no health.
I feel like if the character is not melee, then knowing the range is a nice thing to know.
Well, we knew the range initially. Right? Forever, we've known the range of the champion. Because it'll tell you.
Does the range not vary between ranged characters? It's always 4?
No, some are like 3, some are like 5.
Okay, so yeah, that's useful information.
Yes, I'm not saying the range is useless, because originally it did tell you the range of each character. Okay, that's the same. The range of characters all the same, but telling you that it's a front or a back row is dumb and should not.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary when you already know the range.
Yes, it tells you full range. All right, back row, but then it says back row. I already know that. I'm not stupid. So yeah, that's dumb. But yeah, now it pops up on the far right of the screen in a skinny column where I didn't see you for the first while. I was like, where are my stats?
I have to put my eyes all the way over to the other side of the screen.
Yes.
Who wants to do that?
Instead of when you click on the character you're looking at, pops up right on top of them. Now I have to click my character, look across, look at
Maybe
it.
they did that so that it wouldn't obscure the board. So you can still see the board.
Why do you need to see the board? You're not playing anything. You're just clicking buttons.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I hate it though. Yeah, some of the descriptions are more now convoluted. But they brought back Darius, which I'm happy about. I love my Darius. Day
so
one.
You're quitting. What you're saying is you're quitting Teamfight Tactics.
No.
Are you sure? This could be the perfect opportunity.
I don't know. I mean, it does make me angry. But
you could switch over to Dota Underlords, Kevin.
I'm good. But I wish I don't get why they don't let you choose how
Everybody's
your screen
Dota
is set up.
Underlords nowadays.
Yep.
You know?
That's the number one talked about game at the moment. Is that
exactly?
Yeah. But I don't get why you can't choose your layout of your screen. I don't know why you can't do that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe you better get Riot Games on the phone. You know, beat them into shape.
Riot Games.
Tell them what's what.
Customize my screen. Actually, I haven't tried, so you might be able to. I'm not sure. But, I don't know. It looks more mobile now. It looks like it's adapted for mobile, honestly.
Okay, well, they probably have a lot of people who play it on mobile.
Yeah, most people I play with, they all play on mobile. So
that could be... Why are you complaining if it's more catered towards you?
Well, no, because originally... mobile had its own version of looking, and the computer had its own version of looking. But now it looks like the computer version is looking like the mobile version, and I don't like that.
Okay, well that's weird. I don't know why they would do that.
It's the same.
Maybe it was to make it easier to develop for.
I don't know. World of Tanks did the same thing too. The PC version of World of Tanks looked different than the Xbox version of World of Tanks, but now they look basically. I think now they're the same. And it's terrible to play on Xbox.
I bet you it was to make development easier.
Yeah, but it's...
so that they didn't have to keep track of multiple different UIs and stuff. It was easier to try and just work on one.
It sucks, though.
Unfortunately.
So, but yeah.
It's kind of annoying with Legends of Runeterra, too, because, when you play on PC, everything is huge.
Yeah.
It does not need to be that big. But it's obviously, a UI that is more appropriate for mobile devices.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Those are my complaints. I don't know.
Your grievances.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Riot Games, get this man his demands fulfilled, or he will not play Teamfight Tactics anymore, and...
me and all my homies will not play
He will tell everybody on the Two Guys One Toilet podcast not to play Teamfight Tactics, and you'll just lose all of your players.
31 people will not play.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely devastating if you don't get your shit together. Right?
I will tank your stock. That I will.
You guys better listen.
I'm going to tank your guys' stock, and you guys will be in the gutter for life. So, you better listen. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't know.
That's probably it for the day.
Yeah, this is episode 40, the big 4-0. I guess I should have got us a cake. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. You know, if you guys are watching this on Spotify or watching this on YouTube.
Using your sensory senses to sense the podcast.
Or if you're watching this with subtitles, because some people do that. Or if you're watching this on Live Leak, thank you guys for supporting us. And we'll see you guys all next week on episode 41. The big 4-1. We're midlife now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.